Cord, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Hanging with Old Lew. I'm your host, Joshua Sitrak. My man, Old Lew, to the left-hand side, the head asshole in charge. Old Lew, what's new? What's good? What's happening?
Not much what's happening. Everybody, I hope everybody's doing well in these trying and bullshit times. And
Wait, I thought everything
everybody,
was fine now. Biden is president. I thought everything was fine
yeah,
again.
dude, I, I thought there was going to be an extra bird out front chirping, and everything. Yeah, you're right. Everything is okay. No more anything, and $8,000 sitting in my bank account from the government. Just
A pot
didn't
in
happen.
every, or a chicken in every pot.
It's taking it every fine, goddamn
A
it.
pot in every pipe.
Now that'd be nice. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. That's so I'm sitting there looking, watching all the fucking shit he's signing. I keep going, what? Hey man, where's the referendum on marijuana? God damn it! Could you please just get through to that?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
I keep
he's made equity and social justice, and I put that in quotation marks, as one of his
that you did.
platforms. And like I said, this motherfucker that we elected president, author
Mm-hmm.
of the '94 crime bill, which single
Mm,
handedly has done more damage to people of color
mm,
and communities of color than anyone
mm.
probably alive, besides
Look at
some grand master of the KKK, you know.
that. For church on a
This is the
Sunday.
motherfucker who said,
Well,
if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Meanwhile,
I'm black,
hold my shotgun while I arrest your mama for selling weed.
and I already arrested your daddy 14 years ago
Hey
just for
man,
having
say what you want
practice doing.
about. I've been doing this really fun thing where I defend Trump to my friends and
Oh,
family.
oh,
If you want to
oh
have a
yeah.
real fun time, defend Trump
Oh
to your wife.
yeah.
Just like
Oh
that's a
my God.
fun time until she stops talking to you and gets
And then
really mad. Like she like takes it. You know, people take it super personal. Like I'm like, say what you want
you
about
want that.
Trump, but he didn't go and fucking start any wars. Say what you want
Yeah.
about Trump. He didn't sign any kind of anti, person of color legislation besides the Muslim ban, but we're not talking about that.
But besides that, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Two fly, two fly.
yeah, and his tacit support of known racists besides all that.
Oh, I, he really loved children. I mean, not Mexican children, but he loved other children.
Well, that's a fun one to defend Trump on because let's face it, oh,
Yeah.
that's Obama's laws. That's
Mm-hmm.
Obama's policy. Obama's the
Mm-hmm.
one that separated children, that jailed children, that
It
built
did.
Obama built the cages that those children are in.
Mhm.
So let's
And
not get it
nobody brings
twisted.
that up. Exactly. I mean, Trump could have stopped it, but he didn't stop, and he kept going with it.
I just
But
want to know, like,
just following the direction.
how many times did you hear during the Trump presidency he bombed X country? Zero.
Uh, yeah,
Zero.
never,
I
never.
mean,
No, he didn't.
you know,
Well, taking out a
there
terrorist is
is the
not the same.
there is the horrific civil war that's going on in Yemen right now that he just sold Saudi Arabia a shit ton of arms to go kill those people.
But he hates Eric.
But but
That's
but
what I keep pointing out to people. I'm
if you
like, the
put
man hates Eric. He
the
should
thing
have
is
fucked took their money.
the thing is that people who hate Trump, they don't even know about what's going on in Yemen. Like you want to talk about
No,
some shitty shit that he did? Talk about Yemen. What the fuck is going
exactly.
on over there in Yemen? Holy cow. The shit that's
They're
going on
fucking.
in Syria. Everybody just forgot about Syria.
Oh, oh, they
Just to
forgot really
just
good.
just to hate Trump.
Mm,
But his tweets, but this. Oh
yeah,
motherfuckers. You just
yeah,
man,
exactly.
they sold you the rope that you hung yourself with. You
Mm,
notice
you
this with
just
the
swinging
media.
from that tree.
The media no longer has Trump, right? That was their ratings
Right.
boon. Can you believe Trump did this? Can you believe Trump did that? Now where's your boy at? Holler, where's your boy at?
Exactly.
Now they're doing these scare stories. Like you got a double mask. What the fuck are
Yeah,
you
fuck
talking
this.
about?
I barely remember to mask the fuck up.
Oh,
I mean, I'm that fucker that you always see in the parking lot going, damn it, because I gotta walk all the way fucking back to get this
oh, dude.
shit. You know,
That was me earlier today. So I went shopping for my business, and so obviously I wear. If you're watching this or listening to this, you go ahead your behind over to YouTube, and you can see
oh,
two of the more
dude,
handsome
yeah,
middle-aged gentlemen that you might ever see in your life. Uh,
exactly, exactly.
so there
Two,
is a. We got to
yeah,
figure out how to do it like how Rogan does it on Spotify, where they live stream. Have you ever watched a listened to slash watched a podcast on Spotify?
no, I haven't. I didn't even know they jumped into the podcast fucking. I mean, producing or showing it as one of their
You didn't hear that
main
he
blah.
signed like $110 million deal to put his podcast exclusively on Spotify?
It was Spotify for some fuck's sake reason. I thought it was someplace like Xfinity or some shit. I thought
And I
that's where he
apologize
sent it.
about my chair. I
Oh,
grease this thing 100 times a week, and it still rattles. So I
yeah.
can actually
I don't like
let's
that
see if I
about
can.
WD.
My wife has this really nice
WD.
old chair. Let's see how that. And this third,
Oh,
whoa, shit.
well,
Let's not do that.
ladies and gentlemen, you got to head over to our YouTube channel and check this out. We almost had a monkey ass down. I almost had monkey ass down. That'd been
Okay.
hilarious. Been near
So
there. I had to turn my screen this way because I got it hooked up as I'm trying to dial your wife. What are you doing? Well, I'm trying to dial your wife. But,
there's a
it keeps
man
flip
down.
flopping in
There is a man down, ladies and gentlemen.
and down.
Uh,
And down.
uh, but
uh,
yes, everything
uh,
is now wonderful because we have a senile old man and
oh,
two people who are probably responsible for jailing more poor people than any
oh.
other politician holding an elected office right now.
And I've asked that question before to the world. I'm like, wait, aren't these motherfuckers so hard on fucking people keeping like? Aren't they the law and order fuckers, not fucking Trump? I was just like looking around, like, wait a minute, didn't they want her to be in there or him because they keep motherfuckers locked up and keep the bad guys away, right? Because
Yeah.
that was reform, and she did it herself out here in California. That's why I'm like, wait,
Well,
now they're
still,
mad that
yeah, exactly. It's still in San Francisco. I know because my kid went to San Francisco Unified. You cannot have for the entirety of your school career, so that's K through 12, the entirety, more than 5
Mhm.
unexcused absences. Or your child is labeled as truant and they give you a ticket, then they send a warrant
Oh,
out for your ass.
oh,
5
damn.
absences for 13 years.
Oh no, that's a type that you can't have
No,
that. That
no, I'm telling you, they tell you when your kid starts at a San
right.
Francisco school, they tell you, uh, if you're going to go on vacation, please just call the kid out sick every day. And then
Oh,
you need to also square that with your doctor who will write a note.
oh,
So,
hmm.
for
Yeah,
Thanksgiving last year, we went to grandma's house. I had to call
right,
my kid out every day. No, Francis still isn't feeling good. Okay, wink, wink,
right.
for a week. And then I had to call a doctor saying, look, this is what's going on. They're like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll be $25. Seriously,
yeah,
pay your doctor
exactly.
$25 and go pick up a note. The shit that we put up with in San Francisco, man, I'm telling you what, Bay Area people, San Francisco people, move out to, there are places where we are free again.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's a
mean,
different kind of flight.
think about it this way. Remember growing up and you always had to wear tighty whities? And then when you moved out of your mom's house, you bought your first pack of boxers. And remember that
Right.
day that
Yeah.
you put them on and you're like, holy shit, I'm free. That's what
Yeah.
it's
You're
like
free
to leave
balling.
California or to
Yeah,
leave the Bay Area at
exactly.
least.
Be the Bay Area at least, or at least get the fuck out of San Francisco. God damn, that's just.
I
I
mean,
mean, I know when we went to the Philippines a few years back, and I was like, hey, you want to be out, and I told the teacher, and the teacher's like, whoa, wait, you
yeah,
got to go to the office.
yeah,
Da 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 da. They got to take all their school. I'm like, just going,
yeah.
wait, you want me
Like
to have them take fucking homework with them? They can barely keep it from losing it here in
in
fucking
their own backpack, they'll lose their
yes.
homework, and you want me to
They'll
go
lose it
to
walking from their room to the bathroom and back and ask me, like, where the fuck is Daddy, have you seen my homework? Like, wait, what? Why
it
the
was
fuck?
just in your
I'm sitting with
hand.
a ball in my hand. Do I look like, yeah, I had it before I went to the bathroom. What? Oh, yeah. My kid, yeah,
I
that's
have
it.
a child who has lost more library books this year.
Oh,
He's no longer allowed to take out books from the library.
oh. Way to make a name for yourself, son. Way to make a name for yourself. He walks in, the librarian just looks at him and
The
says,
librarian's
no,
like,
you can
"Fuck
go
no,
out.
go fuck yourself."
You go to hell. Get out. You just keep standing there.
she
And you're like,
she's
well, buddy,
she
I
sees that
don't know what to
6-year
tell
old walk in and she's just like double birds. Fuck you.
you. Oh, shit, that's hilarious. Got his library card up on the fucking wall. Do not lend out if seen.
He's like the check. Remember back in the day, like there'd be at the grocery store, do not accept checks from this
Oh,
person. That's totally him.
I remember that thing. You just be looking. You just look to get them people's faces memorized in your head. You're like, you see that motherfucker, you can be like, hey, that's the guy. Oh shit, that's hilarious. But yeah, I can see that. On your sixth book that you lost, buddy, I guess I mean like, well, they have books on phones now, so I guess you'll be reading out of that. That's hilarious. No longer allowed to starting them early, are you, sir?
Oh, holy cow, dude! So you know how every episode from like Jesus, since the middle of the summer, maybe even on, that I've spent time talking about RT Live, they took it down.
Right?
Now that Biden's president, they took it down.
Oh,
You know how they're hiding metrics
right.
in California? Like they're saying, "Oh no, it's still really bad." Dude, this is what I was going to say to you. Last week or the last time that I checked RT, I've been checking it. So it was last week. So Thursday or Friday.
Right.
42 states had an RT under zero, including California, which was actually one of the best states. Their RT was
Yeah.
under 9. It was like 8.7 or something, 0.87 or something like that. Oh, you're
And
still
they
locked down. It's purple. Now they're bringing back, remember Bush's color codes? It's like, today it's
yeah.
orange. And you're like, what the fuck is orange? Does that mean the Arabs are coming or what? And in California, they're hiding all the statistics. They're doing the same
Oh,
thing that they accused Trump of back in the beginning. Remember, like that lady in
great.
Florida, she's in jail now because she was like,
Oh, yeah, they
wouldn't
broke down.
click the books, and then the governor sent the cops after her, and she's now fucking in jail. The
Yep.
shit,
I saw
dude.
that one.
My God,
Hey,
dude.
hypocrisy. It's just it over the cup of that overflows like a mother. I
And
mean,
and and here's the thing, dude. It's like I know that like it seemed like Trump was the problem, but guess what? He wasn't. He was just the symptom of the disease. The disease is still with us, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
The disease has not been cured.
it
It's just
hasn't, and it
it's just that you
hasn't.
stop getting warts on your dick. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
You still have
Oh,
herpes. You still have herpes.
you still have. It's not gonna flare up on your deck, okay?
You can still give it to your girlfriend. So put a
Yeah,
rubber on
exactly.
that
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. It may not come up anymore like the Simplex 10, but let me tell you something. You can give it away. Damn,
Oh,
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Because you sit back and you watch how everybody's trying to fill the void of not only Trump but just the void of a leader, and you're just sitting back watching these
It's not just the
lame.
leader, right? It's like the
Oh,
lightning rod. You know, the he's either the boogeyman or the Messiah. You know,
right.
like and sometimes both. For like the New York Times, he was the boogeyman and their Messiah. How much fucking money
Yeah.
have they made over the last 5.5, 6 years?
Oh, tons,
How much money
tons of
has
shit.
MSNBC made? CNN?
Oh,
These
oh,
fucking
tons.
jokes they sold their soul to hate Trump.
Yes, all of them. And it goes like
And
right down. It's one sold their soul for Trump, one sold their soul for not to hate that motherfucker for the rest. I mean, it's just like,
but they all
oh,
made money off of him. And they all made
oh
money off of your paranoia, whether you loved him or you hated him. They all made money off of you.
they
You know? And
did.
that's the thing. Like I talk to people back home on the West Coast from my second home in Portland, all that, like, just like casually, oh yeah, my neighbor's a Trumper. And they're like, oh my God. Yeah, he's a
I
normal
know.
person. He's got
Yeah,
two dogs. His wife is really nice. We talk when we throw out the garbage. I'll see him. Hey, what's going on, Bill? Hey, how's your
exactly.
wife doing? Man, your puppy's getting big. Man, your dog, I can't believe it. You know,
They urge a
they're normal
trophy.
people. They're normal
Everything's
people.
fine.
He doesn't beat up the black family down the street every night. I swear.
I
He
swear.
just doesn't like to elect senile old men. He likes to elect
There you go.
sociopathic old men.
Right. So either way,
It's funny, dude. It's funny because there's a couple of places around town that they're still flying their Trump 2020 flag,
uh,
and you're just looking at them like, motherfucker, it's over. Like this
yeah,
motherfucker told people to go fucking burn down the Capitol building. Please
and they
take it
did.
down. Please take it
Yeah,
down.
just come on, go back. Just help him form his third party, and everything will be okay. And that's, I
I hope
think,
he does it. I'll join his third party just to get third
oh,
party numbers.
just fuck
We
it.
need a
Oh
third
man,
party. We need a fucking
we've
third
been saying
party.
it since the podcast started all
Goddamn, my
those
hair's
years ago.
fucked up.
All
Yeah.
I said, Ben. I said a long time ago we need a third party. Everybody's like, no, no. I'm like, you do,
You know why?
you
You
do.
know those people who say no, Lou? Like just listen to them. These are people who are content to vote for Biden. Oh, well, we could have had the first woman president, very qualified women this time, Amy Klobuchar, Tulsi Gabbard, two really qualified women, right? We could have had
Fully.
the first Asian American. Andrew Yang was a fucking fantastic, even though he's a new politician, fantastic candidate. The first gay president. Pete
Who the judge, right?
was young, but and
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little inexperienced, but he ticks all the boxes, right? But no, we saw each one of those get chopped down in favor of an old fucking white man. And you want to tell
Yes.
me that you're okay with that? If you're the kind of person who's okay with that, go over there, be quiet while the rest of us talk,
Just
because
go. Yeah.
I'm not okay
Exactly.
with that. I'm
No,
not
no.
okay that that
Neither of
that
us are.
we could have a woman of color and a vet in Tulsi Gabbard
Mm-hmm.
as the president. To me, her and Yang were the best candidates, especially
Not only the best, also I was going to say also a good representation of
of
the fuck
um,
game. I
uh,
mean, just
yeah.
yeah, all in all. I mean, it really is. And just like you, I was looking at the other ones like, yes, yes, Biden. I'm like, no, because and again, we've said it on this for years. There needs to be a cutoff. Your president can't be fucking as old as these guys because it's not because they're past able to relate with the young.
He's older than most people who are alive.
Yeah, there you go. He's older than my parents. I mean,
This is
I'm just saying.
ridiculous that for the last two elections, I have to put my sunglasses on, my fucking $1,000 sunglasses, because
Go.
I got to throw some fucking shade.
There it is.
That
You
the
stay
last two
shade, mother.
presidents that we've elected have been older than most people who are alive.
Oh, yeah. You're bullshitting. Think about that. I mean,
Think about it.
that's
Think about these are people who don't know how to use the internet, who don't know how the web works, how Twitter works, how Facebook works. They're not in
hashtag.
step. We started this talking about marijuana, right? Like, where
Right.
is this? Like, I want to see fucking full on legalization. I want to see descheduling. I want to fucking see it happen. Where the fuck is this? This guy, he's
Exactly.
so fucking old, he doesn't fucking get it. And then we got Kamala, who comes from California, where we're all fucking blazing all fucking day. Where
Big
California
motherfucker.
is making money hand over fist. And
Hand over.
you want to tell me, well, it's not really his priority. You want to do justice for communities of color? Fucking legalize marijuana
Legalize it. And again, we
and
know it's an
expunge their fucking
record.
nonviolent possession or sale offenses.
Right. Yes.
Or
And
or
again, as I was
or
going to talk, right.
go fuck yourself.
Or I like that one. I like that one better than he said. I like that one. I like that because because the only other argument I was going to make for it was like, look, you get to tax it, and that's an industry that'll boom, and
Who
it would.
doesn't love money? Who doesn't
That's
love
what
money?
I'm trying to figure out why they're not legalized, why they're not doing this. I mean, uh, 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 and we always ask that question. Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to look back at this time. So we've been lucky enough to live, I mean, remember when it was like growing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude. You smoke weed, you get hella paranoid. The cops are coming. Everybody knows that I'm stoned when I'm in a Denny's eating a Grand Slam breakfast at 3 a.m.
Right.
Like now, man, I live in South Dakota. We fucking smoke weed like it's going out of business. Granted, South Dakota, the weed is shit. So,
Right. Right.
you might
The
want to
freedom
check yourself.
to
But
do it.
the
On the
freedom to
quality.
do it, nobody gives a fuck. It's legal here. It's legal.
Right. Just like here. It's legal.
It's fucking legal in South Dakota. South
You
Dakota.
can't go get. Yeah, I was gonna say you can't get more middle America than that. Goddamn. I mean,
You can't get more red, more conservative, more family values than South Dakota. The rest of the states can go fuck themselves.
all the way to
In South
Mexico, right
Dakota,
on a.
it's okay to have weed and smoke it.
Ah, that's lovely.
What are we
That's
doing?
lovely.
So what are we doing now? What are we doing? Everybody knows cannabis is a healthful herb, helps people who are sick, is the safest thing you can put in your body next to fucking vitamin C.
Hallelujah.
Probably kill yourself on vitamin C before you could on cannabis.
Yeah.
So what are we
Go.
doing? We all know. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Did California, did Washington, did Oregon, did Colorado explode? Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada. Nevada. Did they fucking catch on fire and just kill each other? No. What they did is made a lot of money, and they stopped taking less pills, stopped drinking stopped drinking as much alcohol.
There you go.
Got off of pharmaceuticals. So what are we doing? Let's legalize it already. Like, I don't know, and this is my problem with candidates like and politicians like Biden. Like, you know what Trump stands for? He stands for fucking assholes. Biden tells you that I'm the president for everybody. Then legalize weed, motherfucker. You're the president of everybody. Legalize weed. Ask us.
Legalize
what do we want? What do we want?
Legalize.
Oh,
Said it
well, I
before.
think I would just rather have the states do it. So you think it's okay that people in Mississippi go to jail for a seed, while people in California can have pounds?
See, and they got to get the different. They're not splitting. They're trying to split hairs on, and they're not realizing what they can.
But the thing is they don't know which way the wind is blowing. That's how old and out of touch these motherfuckers are.
That goes back to that these motherfuckers shouldn't be 78 and 76 or whatever running the
You
country.
should,
You just
oh, right. You should be, if you are in a place of leadership, you should be able to tell me how the internet works. You
yeah
should be able to tell me, you know, what's safe for my body and what isn't.
yeah
Like it's the whole thing. It's like, well, we're going to pay for transgender people to have, uh, uh, reassignment surgery, but fuck cannabis. That's really
yeah
dangerous. What?
yeah.
What? $15 minimum wage for all federal employees. Okay, sounds good. But what
Uh,
do we want more than that?
exactly. What would be equivalent to us eating our cake? And again, as we keep saying, over 50% of the states have voted some shit of it in. So, I mean, it by now it's not even a state thing; it's a federal thing. I mean, the whole country basically saying yes. So you need that federal to come in because
But
again, they get the fallback. Uh huh.
even in Utah, even in
Fucking
fucking
Utah,
Utah. But that's the thing. It's they're talking about equity, right? That's his big
right?
platform is social equity or just equity of justice, whatever the fuck. Who the fuck even knows? We're talking about
Dribble
equity,
rap.
right?
Yep.
What about equity for the people of fucking Arkansas or Idaho, where you
Mm,
fucking they'll bury you under a jail for a joint?
the quickness they.
What about those people? Like,
Mm,
what about all the people in DC, in any in New York City? Fucking New York is fucked when it comes to marijuana. You know that New York has like 50 dispensaries total?
really?
New York is so fucked.
Shit, I'm about to bring back that New York City only has 50.
The entire
What?
fucking state, Lou,
Oh, the hell you say?
because it's a racket. They did just like Ohio did, but I think in Ohio at least they redid the law like a year
Oh,
or two ago. But remember, Ohio did the same thing. They said, "Oh, we're going to legalize weed, but only 3 companies can grow it,
oh,
and
see,
you
that's
can't
fun.
grow it yourself because that's illegal." Wait a second, is it legal or not? The same thing in New York. They did the same thing, except for they bottled it up in
Oh,
dispensaries. Only 50, there's like 52 dispensaries or something like that in the entire
oh,
fucking state of New York. There's like 11
that's
million people in New York. 52.
damn.
Is it legal or is it not?
Exactly. What the? Oh, man, people just stupid. Big nougat.
So fucking
Mm,
hilarious,
mm.
dude. It's so, like sometimes I feel like I'm a broken record and like I never get over being angry about it. You know what I mean? Like I can't. There's some things where it's just like you see the same bullshit year after year. You're fucking in your mid 40s like I am, and you're just like, oh, you just laugh about it. You're just like, whatever. The world is
Right.
fucked up. People are stupid,
Yeah,
and
I'm almost to the end anyway.
you get on with your life. But
Yeah.
when it comes to cannabis, I just can't, I'm never going to get over it until it's 100% legal and it's 100% available and it's 100% safe. Like the cartel isn't growing it after they dammed a stream and clear cut a forest. Like
Oh,
Ralph, the
yeah.
farmer down the
Exactly.
street, the same dude that I get my cow from. I buy a fucking cow every year to feed my family. That dude grows weed, or the
Yeah.
place next to him or whatever. Until that
Right.
happens, where I can go to a farmer's market and there's just bushels,
Thank you. Just
I'm going to be
bushels
mad
dried.
about it because the thing about me is like you and I, we're cool. Like, you know, we have whatever that quote unquote privilege is, right? We're older, respectable folks. We don't have, we have a lot of tattoos. We used to have piercings. We used to have all kinds of colored hair and weird ass things.
Yeah.
But we're normal people now. I go to Walmart. No one's looking at me. I got two
No.
kids with me. You know, my
Yeah.
wife is with whatever. I'm a business owner. No one's gonna fuck with me because I have a little weed. No one's gonna fuck with me.
No. Uh-uh.
You know what I mean?
No.
No one's gonna
Good
fuck with me.
price if you didn't have any
But
on
my
it.
child
Then we
has some, you know, he's rolling around town with his buddies. They're all 16, 17, whatever. They're playing fucking trap music and it's one
right?
in the morning and the highway patrol pulls them over. Now we have
Oh,
problems because
yes.
you've lied to my kids about how dangerous this thing is. And then they hear it from their dad who says, it's not dangerous, but you're young. Don't, it's not time for you to
Right.
use it now. Wait till you get a little more mature. Wait till your
Exactly.
brain develops. It's definitely a thing that just like having a glass of wine or a beer, something
Whiskey.
harder,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing.
Mm.
What happens is what's wrong with it is when it starts running your life, right? But you'll
Oh,
never get fucked up on cannabis. You'll never get, I fucked up by meaning it's going to ruin your life, right?
right.
It's
Right.
safe. You're not going to
Mm.
die. It's a hundred
No.
percent safe for you.
I,
Who, what
I don't.
parent, if you had a choice of anything, you know your kids are going to do stuff, right? You know
Yeah. Yes.
they're gonna fuck a girl without a rubber on. They're gonna,
Mm,
you know,
mm.
or if you have a daughter, which
I'm
I
on the
don't,
other side. Yeah. I was like, I'm on the other
the
side. I'm
other
like, yeah,
side,
yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
gonna
I'm praying.
they're they're gonna drive fast without seatbelts on or
Yeah.
ride motorcycles
Hmm.
without seatbelts on. They're gonna do daring things. All
Right.
this. They're gonna drink. They're gonna try
All of it.
drugs. What do you
Yeah.
want to do? Do you want to
Well,
tell them the fucking truth, or do you want to just cross your fingers and hope everything turns out okay? They don't get knocked up, they don't die in a horrific accident, and they don't become addicted to
yeah.
fucking meth. Like, I don't
Whew.
want to cross my fingers. I did all this hard
No.
work of raising them. No, I'm gonna
No.
continue doing that. You
Yes.
know,
Yes. I'm
like
going in, but I ain't going in like a fool. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, look, look, look. I know you're gonna try this shit. Don't even tell me
I love it. The kids across the street
no.
are throwing a Nerf. One of the remember those old spiral Nerf footballs that like would fit
Yeah.
in your hand. They're throwing it at squirrels in the tree. They're trying to knock squirrels out of the tree. I'm not gonna lie, I do the same thing, but with my dog's tennis ball. I'm not gonna lie,
Squirrels,
I do
squirrels will
the
get
same
you
thing.
mad now. So, hey, people are like cute squirrels. Yeah, they're cute because they hypnotize you. You don't realize motherfuckers coming up taking your shit, building a
No,
burrow in your house. I
no.
mean, other shit,
I'll tell you what,
dropping rocks on your dog. I mean,
man. My dog hates squirrels. Like there is, she sees a squirrel and there is just, she hates them so much. It doesn't make sense. They've never done anything to her, but they're in. If they are in her yard, fucking
mm,
forget it. I saw her. We've got a fence that's like a 7 foot fence on the other side of the house. She
oh,
almost
nice.
jumped over it. She's 6 months old. She almost jumped over it to get a squirrel in a tree.
Well, it sounds like she's gonna get one. You'll be like,
Well,
how'd you get out there, dear?
well, she's caught squirrels before, but then she's like got them in her mouth, and then she's like, "Whoa!" And you see her go,
Caught
"I
it.
don't know what to do," and then they get away. Like she's
Yeah, you're
caught
like,
them.
bite down.
But so
That,
I'm training her to not chase them, just to see them and like sit
uh,
down. Same with like rabbits
yeah,
because like I want her to hunt with me next year.
I was just gonna
And
say hunting.
I
Yeah.
love I love man, squirrels are fucking yummy. Rabbits are fucking yummy.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
want her to
boy.
chase them because she chases them, she's either going to get shot,
Oh, but yeah, yeah.
like that's the last thing you want is your dog to find the rabbit and then chase after it as you're beating in on it with a 12 gauge.
As you're about to pull the trigger, yeah. It's like you can't. Once you pull that trigger, there's no unpulling that motherfucker.
No,
There's no
that's going to hurt.
backspace,
That's
nothing.
going to hurt.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as you let it go, that's exactly what you say. That's gonna hurt. You know.
Um, but there's a lot of squirrels and a lot of rabbits here, and I Rabbits, man, skin those and make some nice mittens out of them. You know.
Ooh, look at you. You don't keep the foot for a lucky rabbit's foot?
Well, so I like to tie flies too. So
Oh, okay.
the animals that I shoot. So this year it was only pheasants and ducks, but I took the feathers that I can use to tie flies for the spring. So when I catch fish on the flies that I tied from the bird that I shot in the fall. How fucking
Damn,
badass is that?
got wiggled and jiggled and tickled inside. Look at you, boy. He said, I got to this to get to that, to do this, to do
But
that. Look at that.
I've been
Hey, Jack
sending
with that too?
pheasant tails to and feathers to buddies back home and elsewhere. Other people, dude.
Right?
How many people have moved from California since I moved? Holy shit!
Shitload.
Like it's like almost every week I see a Facebook post. Sorry to say this, Californians. I wanted to all have a party, but we can't because we can't even FaceTime each other because Gavin Newsom will come and arrest us.
Uh,
How dare you
dude.
FaceTime without a mask on?
And someone who's leaving the state, fuck them. Yeah,
But
I
how
think
many
what they
people have left California?
yeah, and I think they've made it out not only out your way, but out like through Texas, through
Texas,
Arizona, through
Arizona, Florida, you know,
Florida,
Nevada.
Georgia
A
as well.
lot of people that just skipped over the state line. Like, I'll tell you,
Hmm.
if we were in California, if what happened that got us here to South Dakota didn't happen, we'd be living in Nevada right now. I
Hmm.
guarantee it. Nevada
Oh,
is a
we're
great fucking state. It's beautiful. It's empty. It has the most amount of public land per square mile of any state anywhere
mm,
in the country. It's got great hunting, great fishing, a shit ton of ghost towns. Uh,
that'd be nice by a ghost town.
dude, did you see that dude who bought the ghost town? What's the name of it? Uh, something Gordo. I have my phone and I don't have my other phone with me, but let me see here. It's it's in Southern California. What is it called? Something.
Out by Needles.
It's in Kern County. Yeah.
Exactly where that shit
Ghost town. Cerro Gordo. So it's an old silver mine. This motherfucker bought a ghost town. He's like a guy a little bit younger than
is.
us, made a shit ton of money. Obviously, he bought a fucking ghost town for $1.4 million, and he lives out there
Oh,
now. It's called
nice.
Cerro Gordo. We follow their Instagram page, and they post just these. It's just gorgeous. It's just like fucking sage and 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 mountain ranges, and and that's what Nevada looks like. Nevada's fucking gorgeous, dude. And there ain't
Nice.
shit there. You go to Vegas, you go to Reno, legit cities,
Mm.
anything that you want there. But god damn, it's so beautiful.
I'm gonna
But
be. We're trying to see some of that.
I'll
But
tell you, I feel really bad for a lot of people. I don't feel bad for you because I know you got your spot and it's a nice spot,
right.
and you've kind of done the best that you can as far as like unplugging or decoupling from California lifestyle. But like
Right.
you see some of your friends, we all know them. They're hooked in the game. They're in that race
Hmm.
where it's just like they're overpaying for everything they're doing.
Yeah.
Everything they're doing, they're overpaying for. And not just in money, but in time, in effort, in stress, all this shit.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah.
So Lou, I
That's that.
wanted
You
to I
right.
wanted to ask you about what's your take? We've been talking a lot and it's been occupying a lot of our minds recently. Now that the election's over, maybe a little bit less so, but just we're still seeing it as Biden is president, but yet no one wants to report it anymore because you can't blame Trump for it. But we're
Mm-hmm.
seeing a lot of our institutions, you know, it's one thing that we've been saying a lot over the last year is how this COVID thing, the lockdown, its subsequent nightmares, you know, financial and logistical nightmares and psychological nightmares for everyone. We've seen how our institutions have basically, they're like paper tigers. They don't
Mm.
do anything for us. They're non-functioning illusions that we look to and find comfort in, right? So it's like, you know, whether it's, you know, the federal government or any arm of the government like the CDC or the IRS that's supposed to send you your stimulus check. Have you got it? Because I haven't. You go on their
Mm.
website, it says it could take 8 fucking weeks for them to
Yeah, I
mail you a
saw that.
check. But motherfucker, if you owe taxes on them, believe me,
There,
because I
hey,
owe
why you
taxes
booked it?
because I used to live in
Yeah.
California, and California reached out from beyond the grave and fucked me this year. I'm not bitter
Oh, they,
though. No, they
they come for the
fucked me.
good man first, and we're
They're
ready
trying
like
to come
fuck.
for me this year too.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
Newsom
they,
said if you move from California, we're going to come get you for 10 years in taxes.
what?
Yeah,
Wait, what? So each year you got to
you
pay
move
10.
from California, it's like you got a divorce and that bitch is still getting your money.
How can
You've
they
moved on,
re?
you have a whole nother
Yeah,
family. She's
and
still getting
yeah,
paid. He said 10
but
years.
but
10 years. He's going to
what?
get taxes on you. They're trying to get me this year, dude. They're trying to get me this
How
year
are they going to?
because I
Well,
work
this
for a
I know that
company
they
in
said.
That's based in California.
Oh, okay, okay, all right.
No,
But if
I'm going through it right now. That's what they're telling me
uh,
back in California. I'm like, you can suck a dick. I'm not paying California tax. I don't live in California. I haven't lived in California. You can suck a
yeah, they'll
dick.
do
No, you
that.
owe
Yeah, yeah.
California taxes. Nah, nah.
No, we just even got something from the state because they didn't collect on some shit from 2017, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, here you do this. You're like,
Yeah.
son of a bitch, I do owe you. What the fuck's going? And you're like, ah, and
uh,
yeah, they come
well, what I wanted to talk
hard.
about though was this thing with the, I don't know if you've been following it, the GameStop,
Yeah,
AMC, BlackBerry. There's some other stocks in there as well. I want to get your take on that. I think it doesn't take a genius. If you've listened to this podcast for more than 2 or 3 episodes, you know what I'm going to say. But I'm curious. I'm curious to your thoughts on it because it's definitely been a headline grabber, but it's also, and these are the things that we always hope for. That when we see, oh shit, there's a pandemic. Oh, let's hope everybody starts paying more attention to the fact that the CDC doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about and they're supposed to be keeping us safe. Oh,
mm-hmm.
you know, there's a financial crisis. Oh, let's make sure the airlines get tens of billions of dollars. Oh, but you need
Yes,
to pay your rent, small businessman. Well, stand in line.
yeah, yeah. Suck a dick. That's what they always do. You are absolutely right. And
So
when
now
I
we
started
see, yeah.
hearing about, I was saying when I started to hear about that. I mean, I heard about it. I guess a week and a half before, just before everything started to explode, and because I don't think they were. I don't know if they had an explanation for it at that point in time, or they just kept saying something about Reddit. And when I
Yeah.
first saw it, and the girls were watching with me, and I like turned around and I said, "See," I said, "Now watch, they're going to get shut down. Somebody's going to stop this because found a loophole, or they found not even a loophole. They just found out how this other people do their thing." And I said,
Yes.
"The people mad." I said, "They bet on the." I said, "The people that are mad, they bet that this fucking store would shut down." I said, so
Yep.
I said, that's like, sure. I said, so they were betting on that. And then these other people saw that and were like, no, fuck that. We're going to do this, because they were able to come together and realize how to the system or use the system like it's being used right now.
Yeah.
And what did they do? What did they do? They shut the shit down.
They shut, and now they're even the head of uh what is it? Like the S&P 500 or one of the
Hmm.
heads of one of those the big trading companies said, "We need more regulations." When the fuck do you hear those motherfuckers say they need more regulations? And here's the
Exactly.
other thing. Here's the other thing. Universally across all media, I don't care if you're listening to Fox or MSNBC or anything in between, what has the story been? Oh, well, these people are taking advantage of the system, and this isn't right because they're da da da, and someone's going to lose out, and these people are just they're just making money off of other people's back. It's like, motherfucker, what do you think these
Yeah.
motherfuckers who put us in the toilet in 2008 continue to do it now?
Thank you.
There's a bubble going on right now where they get free money from the Fed, 0% interest from the
Hmm.
Fed.
Hmm.
What the fuck do you think these people are doing?
Oh, exactly. And that's what I even told the kids. I said, look, I said these motherfuckers,
Somebody
they're
in
mad.
his basement made a
Yes,
$1,000 and you're mad now.
or made $4,000 off of $35. I said, and the kids were looking. I said, they're just mad because what they were doing. I said, these motherfuckers were betting that these people would fail. I said,
Exactly.
I said, how? I said, but they didn't fail, and now they're mad, and you can legally do this shit. I said, so I said,
Exact.
and they're just because they can't. I said because they can't. I said,
Exactly.
this is like crash happened all back way back when. Is that the big wigs? I dare even say it went down as far as even Kennedy's father. They all got together. They figured out the loopholes, and then when they went to fix it through the stock, when they went to fix those laws with the stock market, they closed those loopholes so nobody could else sneak around and get money like they got.
Right.
And I said, that's what's
Right.
going to happen here. They're going to
It,
figure it out, and you're going to Robin Hood. I mean, and they even say it like, we wanted you here so you could do this to the big guy.
there's a fucking app. It's called Robinhood that shut
Yes,
people out that would not let them buy shares or sell, but now you can sell only a limited
right,
amount. Buy or
right.
sell a list of stocks that the brokers and the brokerage houses told you that they should not be able to sell. And what the fuck?
Right.
If you cannot see that our
Mm-hmm.
institutions have failed us miserably, and that, regardless of where your political leanings are, whether you're a conservative person or you're a very
Yeah,
liberal person, I think it's clear that we can all unite on the fact that these institutions are rigged against us.
yeah. They're fucking with our money, and
So don't
when you go and
so
you stand up, yeah,
and that's the number one thing. You fuck with people's money. Now you're fucking with people's money.
yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
thank God that Biden's president. It's a new day. It's morning in America. We're gonna build back better. Fucking don't have a seed of marijuana in Mississippi though. You fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, and don't do good in the stock market because we'll shut that shit down. I mean,
Yeah,
all
how
of it.
dare you try to make money during a pandemic? Oh, you don't have a job? You haven't been able to work? You can't get your
Right.
stimulus check because the government has been fucking you over. And not now they're saying about Biden's stimulus check, oh, it's too much money. It's too much money? That's my
Yeah,
money, motherfucker. That's Lou's money. That's everybody who's
you gonna
listening's money.
exactly. And you're
Too
telling
much
us no.
money. Give me my fucking money and go fuck yourself.
Exactly. And that's what I was even telling them. I'm like, look, when they give us the money, they'll just try and throw the graphs up. But it's not right. It's just, yeah, there's going to be the motherfuckers that make so much little money. Yeah, they're going to be paying off whatever they need to pay off. And then if they give it to the higher paid motherfuckers,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll spend that money because they realize, oh, hey, I got this kind of quote unquote free money. Let me go spend it.
What's the whole
And,
thing, right? Like how many decades did we get how many centuries probably have we been stuffed with trickle down? Oh, well, if we invest in these
uh,
fat cat businesses, it'll trickle down to you. How about trickle up, motherfucker?
yes,
Trickle up
yes.
economy. You give me 10 grand,
We have never tried
I'll spend my money how I want.
Yes, we've never done that. Come on, let's do it. Let's see if it'll trickle up. And
I mean,
goddamn it.
there's one great and probably the only great argument for reparations. Give those motherfuckers 10 grand. Let's see what happens.
Right.
Let's see, as a small business owner, fuck it. Please give people money. They can come and spend it at my business. Because when
That's what
you
I'm saying.
give AT&T or American Airlines or Chevrolet isn't coming into my business to
No,
spend money.
no, no, they're not. That's Back this up. It's like, why are you giving it to them? Oh, well, we're going to give you big corporations the money, but we're also going to tell them that they can't really buy back stock options. What? Motherfucker, you know they're going to buy back their shit. What the fuck
Oh,
are you
that
talking
shit,
about?
yeah.
Oh, you just be sitting there looking like, wait,
It's
what? What?
it's so rigged. Everything is
Yeah.
so fucking rigged. And this is how, like, and I don't want to be, and I think most of our listeners, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I do apologize for my hair. Sunday is my only day off, and I did not take a shower. So I can
Mm,
go into the other room and get like my raccoon hat or something. But you don't want to look at me in
mm.
a raccoon hat.
Yeah, don't. Well, you know what's going on right now anyway. That'll signify somebody else.
Well, shit, dude. Here we have the Arctic blast. So everywhere else in the country right now, it's snowing or raining like a motherfucker, except for in the frozen wastelands of the Dakotas. We have the
Yeah.
Arctic blast. It's fucking cold here. But I walked outside today. It was 26 degrees, and I was like, "Yeah, it feels warm."
You're climatizing yourself up there. Good. You go,
Well,
mother.
before the podcast, dude, you know what I was doing? I had some graph paper. I drew out
Right.
the entire property, and I started
Oh,
plotting out where I'm going to start all the garden. Like I'm going to plant
oh,
tomatoes
look
here,
at you.
peppers over here. I got some
Oh, that's
bush
American.
beans and some pole beans, um,
Oh shit.
and peppers. They will grow here.
Pepper.
They don't get super spicy, but it gets hot enough,
Mm.
dude. In the summer, the sun is fucking nuts here. How hot the sun is.
Oh, damn. Oh, look at you.
Uh,
I can hear
a
the green.
nice herb garden again. We killed it last year with basil and kale. Holy shit.
Right.
We're still eating pesto that we made in
Mhm.
the fall after we did our harvest. Like we made so much fucking pesto last year. It's still in the freezer.
Damn.
We're eating it
Damn. I hear
all
talk of
fucking year.
acres in the background. Green Acres is going mixed in with Little House
No.
on the Prairie. That's what I love a real
Well,
meat. Well, you like
this is
we got a last year.
I'm telling you,
Damn.
this is uh uh it's my first house, but this house is fucking huge. So it's not Little House on the Prairie, so go fuck yourself. I ain't racist Laura Ingalls Wilder, that fucking racist whore.
I still hear that in the background.
Can you
Mixing it
believe
up.
that they took her award away from her? Remember, there's a Laura Ingalls Wilder's award for
Right.
children's books. They took it away because of the way that she depicted Native Americans at the turn of the fucking last century.
Uh, I mean, that's cancel culture for you. They'll do it. Did it.
That's liberals.
Hmm.
There ain't no conservatives that are trying to burn Mark Twain books.
No. I don't
There
know.
ain't
Hell, shit.
conservatives that remember I I was talking with my wife about this. We've kind of had this ongoing conversation over the last week or two about how
Right.
juxtaposed liberals and conservatives have become over the course of our lifetime. So
Oh.
we talked about this on the last podcast, thanks to you and your Facebook post about censorship.
Ah.
Remember in the 90s, in 1993, MTV ran the campaign Rock the Vote and with the t-shirts, censorship is un-American. Who was that
Mm-hmm.
targeted at? Young liberal people like us. We were both young. I was
Yeah.
16
Young
or
20.
17.
I was
So it was
23. Yeah.
right at us. It was they were selling it with African American hip hop artists, rock stars.
Hmm.
It was all for us.
Yeah.
Censorship is fucking un-American. Tipper Gore wants to put a sticker on fucking my NWA album. Go fuck yourself, Tipper Gore.
I remember that. Uh,
And now
oh,
liberals just want to censor fucking everything that they don't like.
yeah. I just want to stick a sticker over your mouth. Boom. Don't say nothing. Slap.
Kendrick Lamar will bring you up on stage to sing one of his 1,000 songs that is littered with the N word. But if you're a white girl, he's going to stop the song and start cursing you out for singing his own lyrics.
I know that's like you look at that's worse. That's bullshit, motherfucker. You don't want somebody singing that, then don't put it in your list. That's as easy as we can get. Just like they used to say in football or baseball, you don't want them to run up the score. Stop.
You
Okay,
better
you
play some
don't want
fucking
them.
defense.
To
And that's the thing about
yeah,
liberals.
exactly.
They cannot play defense. They're like Loyola Marymount of
Oh,
1989.
oh, Jesus. We calling out Hank? Oh,
They
Hank.
played zero defense. All they were looking for was to inbound the ball after you laid it up.
Yeah, either way, give it to Hank. Yeah, that's true.
You
That
remember those
is
games?
true.
It was like growing up on the East
Yeah,
Coast, we would get those scores the next day. So like they wouldn't come out. So same with
yeah.
like if the A's and the Yankees played, we wouldn't find out until the following day if the Yankees actually beat the
Mhm.
A's, and no, they didn't. They lost. But we'd find out
Oh,
like Long Beach State and Loyola Marymount,
Paramount.
245 to 242.
They were fucking.
Did
That's
anyone
right.
play defense?
Yeah, yeah. Was there anybody? Did one team make a basket? And then they got off the court and let the other team run down and make a basket, and they kept. I mean,
Speaking of which,
oh,
talking about basketball, I like to shout out our very own Northern State University women's team is number 2 in the country.
oh
They
yes,
just
yes.
put a,
Congratulations.
they just put a whoop ass on.
Yeah,
I forget who it was, but they beat the fucking bricks off this team. I forget who
damn.
it was.
Wasn't it?
Somebody
Oh
in
no.
Minnesota. I think it was the University of
Well,
Minnesota or
that
something.
could be
But
them or yeah.
they just fucking. Our women's team is the shit. Our women's sports. Volleyball is good. Soccer is good. The men's sports, man, we suck.
Alla boo boo, sticky head doo doo.
But hey, you know what? This is a great place if you're a young female athlete.
Mm.
School is
Hey, so waiting to see
built.
if
They're
our little
building a new stadium right now.
for basketball or
Football slash soccer.
oh, they're gonna
The
get in.
football
You
stadium
think they'll be that
is fucking amazing. It's right across the street from my kids' elementary school.
good,
It's
right?
pretty fucking cool. And now they're using the old stadium as their practice field, which is really
Right?
fucking cool too. It's on the other side of my kids' school, and
Nice.
they have like they have like how the pros have it. You know how the pros have like a 20 yards in the end zone. So you like
Oh
start on
yeah.
the 20, you do like the red zone offense and red zone defense. They have a separate field just for that.
Oh, they're stepping up in the work.
It's
Shit, we got
literally
some rich
right
people.
across the street from my kids' school. So they'll be practicing in the fall, and we'll walk over there and we'll watch them practice for like 15 minutes. And then
Oh,
my
that'll
kid
be
is like,
fun.
"Dad, can I play that when I get older?" And I'm like, "No, you can.
Yeah,
Your head is too valuable, son."
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I got a sport for you. It's called golf.
Mm.
Other than that,
No, I have a sport for you. It's called jujitsu.
oh, that's right. I
Man,
keep forgetting you do that. Yes, yes.
my boy, since we opened our school, I'm watching
Right?
now I'm like, what was that movie with where the guy is trapped in a room because he broke his leg and he's got a telescope and then he thinks he sees a murder.
Oh,
Is that
fucking
rear
rear window.
window?
Is it rear window or
Is that Cary Grant?
God? No, I want to say it's the other dude. That oh God, not Cary Grant. It's no,
James Stewart.
my God,
James Stewart.
Stewart. Yeah, yes,
James
yes.
Stewart, Grace
Is it
Kelly. Oh man, such a
Kelly?
fucking great movie. Um,
Yes, yes.
I'm totally rear windowing now as we're talking. I'm like looking out. The
Oh,
kids
it's good.
are no longer trying to hit the squirrels, but My next door neighbors get pizza like 6 times a week, and it's all from different places. Like they can't make up their minds. Like sometimes it's from Domino's, sometimes it's from a local
Mm,
joint, sometimes it's from Pizza Hut, sometimes it's from this other place, and they just got pizza again.
damn,
So
that's a good. Yeah, say which good pizza place.
yeah,
Start arguing.
I don't know.
Now I'm
We're
thinking
we're
about.
making meatloaf today from the cow. That's the thing. When
Oh,
so, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I've talked about it. If I have, I apologize. But I have really been interested in, and this was before I became a hick, uh,
right, right.
which I am. I'm wearing camouflage again, dude. I have camouflage fucking underwear now. It's like
Oh,
you tell your wife like you can't see my dick, you can't see now you can.
because that white stays the fuck out. You can't camouflage bright white. You can't.
No, I mean then you pull your pants down. Yeah, I think you missed the joke.
Uh,
Anyway,
uh,
uh,
tell it
but
better. But yes.
I I've really been very tuned into and very interested in having like a relationship with my food. Like we're just talking about gardening. It's January, right? The last day of January. There's about 8 inches of snow on the ground. It's about 22 degrees outside. And I'm already planning and plotting. I've got to build two raised beds this year, maybe three. I have to plant a
So,
couple more
yeah.
blueberry bushes. The
Yes,
tomatoes are going to go
yes.
here. The peppers are going to go here. The basil's over
Uh,
here. The herb garden's there. All this stuff.
mm, mm.
But having a relationship with your food, like where it came from. Like
There
I
it
can
is.
go into the freezer and pull out pesto that I know that I made from
All the ingredients are right
parsley,
there on that.
basil, and kale that I grew myself.
Right,
But
right.
also
You
having
know,
that relationship with your meat too, like how many times do you have like food in the refrigerator on the cusp of going bad and then you order out?
I think we just did that yesterday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
I
I know.
know the cow that's in my freezer. That meat does not go to waste.
Mm, damn, you can
When
make a
I
nice.
when I shoot an animal, it doesn't go to waste. But the thing that I was going to say, when you do have a huge animal like that, holy cow, there's like 200 pounds of ground beef that come with that animal.
Yeah,
Like there's some steaks, there's some roasts, there's some legs, yeah, there's some bones, but there
yeah.
is mostly ground meat.
Grounded you're like, wait. You're like, ooh, well, I was good with 20 pounds I expected, but wait, 100?
Dude, I
I feel a
have
little.
150 pounds of ground meat in my freezer.
Damn. I'm just so jealous with the freezer. I need to get. Uh,
I'm telling you, it's really easy. You just go to the store and buy it. Like you have some money,
oh,
you
I
give
know
it to
it's
them.
funny. I know it's easy. Yeah, but that's the whole thing now. We have to do the old. Okay, do we have this for who? Because who be who's about to head to college. So I
I'm
mean, I'm
telling you,
happy.
dude, like I'm smelling the meatloaf
Oh,
right
some
now.
good.
It's wafting up.
Uh,
Oh, did I tell you that
uh,
I don't know if let me stand up if anybody can see
okay.
that I am right here.
I can't. My videos are frozen.
I am $3,500 lighter this week than I was the last time we talked
Yeah,
because
yeah.
because in the middle of the Arctic blast, my furnace stopped working, so I had to buy a new one.
Uh, yeah.
Ah, I just like I'm just laughing at myself. I'm like, let's see so you buy a house, right? You're like, hey, it's mine.
Yeah.
I can paint the walls pink if I want to, and then you're like, fuck, I
Oh,
can't paint them pink because I gotta buy a new dishwasher.
yeah. That's so
and
thing. This,
and this
this
month,
is your. Yeah. It's
and
a
here's the
bird.
thing, like if I lived in California, I would say I don't give a fuck. And my heater went out, I don't care. I'm never replacing that. I live in South Dakota.
Oh,
Like it got
yeah,
so cold in this house that
yeah,
all the houseplants are dead now.
yeah, that was within an hour, huh? Within an hour
That
of
was
the
that was within about 4 or 5 hours of the guys coming over, taking the old furnace out, replacing the new
yes.
furnace. Every
Oh,
plant in the house died.
right. I mean, and not only that, that's money right there. I mean, like you looking at the plants, you're like the plants are dead. They're like, yeah, just and they're handing you the bill. Yeah, the plants are dead, but here's this bill, and you
The
and
bill came
there's no last
today.
part.
It's Sunday. The bill came
Oh,
today.
yeah.
And
Eh,
I was like,
eh,
holy
eh.
shit, these motherfuckers were really fast at showing. They showed up at my house at 8:15 in the morning.
What?
And
No,
then
that's nice
they
now.
must have dropped the bill in the mailbox on their way out. That's how
Oh,
fast the bill
yeah.
got here.
Uh, you're nice and toasty, but you need to pay.
Oh my God, dude. I'm so toasty. It's so
Oh,
warm in this house. Like, it's amazing. And
yeah.
then, so we have this, when you live in colder climates and it gets really dry in the winter, is that we have a inbuilt system that humidifies the air that comes out,
Oh my God.
which
Yeah.
wasn't working, which
Oh, but
wasn't
now it is.
working, but now it is because the
Yeah.
heater
So you
works.
oh, look at
It is
you.
glorious. It is glorious.
I
Like
knew I could be.
it's so wonderful.
It is when you get
And
that heat. Yeah. Well, you had heat going, but it broke, and then start to realize, like you said,
dude,
it was
dude, well, this is the
5 hours.
thing. So you wake up, it's 5 degrees, literally, it's 5 degrees outside. We turn the heat
Oh,
down at night to 62. Guess how long it
right.
takes to get back up to 68
Ooh.
in the
I
old with
wouldn't
the
say.
old heat? How long?
Uh, okay, with the old heater, I would say about 6 hours.
It would take until 5 o'clock to get back up to
Oh,
68, and then 2 hours later we turn it down again. You,
oh, and you
if you
had
if
to
you
get the
work from
window.
home like I do, you
Yeah.
are quite cold and quite grumpy by the time everyone else gets home.
Uh,
How many times I would just yell at them? Just it's not their fault. They
no,
go to
no, no.
school. At school, the heat
Yeah,
works. She goes to
yeah.
work. At work, the heat works.
Yeah, you were.
Here, I have 5 pairs of socks on and I'm freezing.
If you would just walk into that, like, wow, shut the fuck up, get over there.
I just want to be warm one time this week.
Yeah, one fucking time. That's all I ask.
Oh man,
You come in giving you gloves. Here, Pop. Here's some
yeah.
gloves, Pop.
Oh no, no. Uh, as you know with kids, but you don't
Oh
know
yes.
because you don't live in a place where it's a necessity to leave the house with gloves on.
Oh
Kids
yeah.
lose gloves like they lose socks.
Oh,
And you look at them and
song
you're
right,
like, do you want your hands to freeze and fall off?
right.
I don't know. They have one mitten on, and you're like, where do you think you're going with one mitten?
That's like soaked wet.
Uh, I don't know where the other one is, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, you're just like, well, what
It's.
did you
I
mean?
just said it was 5 degrees outside. Like
Yeah.
my oldest got such bad frostbite in
Oh,
October. In October, that for
oh, did he
two
have
or 3 months, the tops of his hands and the wrist were black with that dead skin.
yes, yes. Uh, like, look, motherfucker, you can't have that.
And I
You
said,
only get one. The next one, child services come. Okay, just not
it
fucking up.
happened at school. And then I had the parent teacher conference, and I'm like, look, teacher, he has frostbite and it's still there. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, let me break it down for you. We're from California.
Yeah, we're not
So
traumatized.
we don't know the stuff that we should know here. So I need you to be looking out for this kid because he came home from
Yeah,
school with severe frostbite. Severe frostbite.
Oh,
Like he could have,
severe.
if it was on his fingers, he could have lost fingers. That's how severe. In
Oh,
October. In October.
he said in October. I'm sitting there thinking October. That's Indian summer out this month. But what?
In October, it snows feet here.
Uh,
we we got like 18 inches at like the right around Halloween. That's when
right,
it happened. It was like right around Halloween. And it's funny because all the kids start trick or treating at like school lets out at 3:30.
oh,
The
they
kids
started
start
to
ringing
serve.
your doorbell, and you're like,
Yeah.
man, I'm still working. What are you guys doing?
Hey,
Like
bro.
trick or treat, and I'm like, huh? Trick or treat, come back at 5. Like
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
still on the clock. What are you doing? And at 5 o'clock,
a city
it's
boy. I
negative.
ain't one of
It's
these.
-12. Of course, there's no
Yeah.
kids out trick or treating.
Not a motherfucker to be seen. Even fucking Michael Myers ain't out on that fucking weather.
It's nuts. It's nuts. It's October. Like the fall, like the spring and the fall, like the nice Indian summer, like you said. And
Right,
as
right.
the weather starts to get a little bit warmer, you're like, oh yeah, the robins have come back and whatnot. That don't happen here. It's either summer or winter.
Yeah,
Like literally, winter happened over the course of a weekend. The first week of
yeah.
September, the
Oh,
previous
that's
week,
right. Is that when you said
it was like 75 degrees. It was beautiful. Sitting outside in a chair, grilling food, and I'm like, man, September is going to be a bomb here. The next weekend, it was 40 degrees. Forty
that when you like
degrees,
just oh, like he
and it
said it to me? I looked there. I was like, ooh.
that was it. It was 40 degrees all month, and then
Oh,
it snowed in October, and then it snowed again in October.
and then it just gets colder and colder.
But
It was
but
so cold. It reminded you of some cold.
but now it's tomorrow's February 1st. I can see spring.
Okay.
I can see it.
Oh, I said I can see it at the corner of my eye. Well, shit, that'll be good for us here because it's cold here, and all I have is my father-in-law. As soon as you walk into the kitchen, if you don't got socks on, he's need to put the socks on. Oh, and just like motherfucker, it ain't that goddamn cold. And as he's telling you this, you look down at him. He's got flip flops on with no socks.
Dude.
Like it's so.
Well, the thing is like Old Lew, ladies and gentlemen, is the biggest bitch that has ever lived as far as cold weather.
I am. Oh, I bitch it out, bitch. Yes, yes.
And the thing is he's as fat as a fucking walrus. Walruses live in the Arctic. They live
Yes.
in water that's barely above freezing. They don't
Ooh,
complain.
that's
Old
true.
Lew, it gets
They
down
don't.
to Old Lew, it's 47 degrees. Holy shit! You think he's
Yeah.
gonna die? We've got to give him those reflective blankets that they give people that they dug out of avalanches.
Oh, and it's got to be an electric one
We've
that
got
I
to
can
start
plug in.
rubbing his hands. Old Lew, speak to me. Speak to me.
I'll just be chattering. It's good.
We we have to have the Saint Bernard with the barrel of whiskey on its neck.
We're not talking about an ordinary barrel.
No,
It's
Old Lew will laugh
rolling
at
the
that.
dog.
He's just no, like we need so a Clydesdale
Yeah.
shows up. And that's how we do that. We
Yes,
bring him
and well,
back to
that's
life that way.
how I put inside. All the way up.
Oh my god.
Oh, I know. Oh God, hopefully I'll never. Because my wife, they were looking. They were like, when all the shit opens up, she was like, we could go over here, in February. They can all go skiing. Like, okay, well, what am I going to do? I'm not going to. We'll just have to keep the house on high heat. Like, what? High heat? Oh, I was like, yeah. Remember the last time we did that? Everybody kept turning off the heater.
Here's the thing, everyone. Old Lou, you can butt fuck your fucking $7,000 cat. Take it
Oh
for
man.
a walk and let it, eat your chickens or something. This
Oh,
motherfucker, he leaves his own children at home, unattended, to fly to Los Angeles to get a $7,000 cat from Russia.
wait, I can't be unattended. I got a wife. So she's old enough to be attended.
I just want everyone to know the priorities of the parental units in the Lewis family is this
Oh hell, they
goddamn
can feed
cat.
themselves.
This cat looks like something that you could get at the pound.
Oh, I wish.
You just
Shit.
you
Oh,
pay for it getting spayed,
oh,
and you can bring it home. And it's been
oh,
dewormed, and they've given it flea medication, and they've
oh,
microchipped it.
oh, and
$25.
yeah,
You pay
2020.
$19,000 and a
Yeah, for a
plane
cat.
ticket. You have to fly. That cat needed a
Oh,
plane
that was
ticket.
the cargo. Oh, for cargo. Yeah, not now, not now. I mean, I drove that motherfucker.
Yeah, but see, Old Lou talks a big game, and this is the thing that when you don't hang out with Old Lou, when his better half and family is around, you hear a very different story of what's going on.
I hop to you really quick. She comes in the room. I'm already in the air, and was this high enough, girl? You know,
Exactly.
I mean, I gotta know where my bread is buttered. Goddamn it, shit! You saw earlier this week. Congratulations that she moved on up, got a new job. I was like, yeah. I keep telling everybody, I'm a well kept man.
Not really,
Goddamn.
actually. Like
Well, hey, I'm
a
never.
well kept man dresses nice, has nice shoes,
Oh,
has a nice watch. Uh, he's clean cut. He's well mannered. He's
she was asking
respectful.
me
Like
where
basically
that watch
everything that you're not.
that I'm not right. I have no etiquette. Brass. Say me. I know. Cause she just she was just telling me the other day that she was like, I don't think I can get it. She'll invite me to any of her people that work. She's gonna work with a company that's from Japan, and they sent her an etiquette like of how you approach. And I was just like, oh God, I can't.
Yeah.
I'll be terrible. Oh,
No,
I
my
can't.
company
Yeah.
does the same thing, and I'm just like, whatever.
I was like, I don't know what to tell you. She just looked at me. She's like, yeah, I know
Whatever.
you're at. Yeah, I'm gonna talk with my hands in person. Okay. Yeah, who gives a shit, right?
Yeah, who cares? Oh man.
Zach, somebody
I
beating up over there?
oh no, I was just knocking out the packs a little bit to
Yeah.
replace some
Oh, shit.
more. I
Oh,
was oh shit.
you were what?
Man, dude. I wish I could hand this over to you to like pack in your bong first of all, and then
Oh,
that smell. Oh my god, this shit is so
which,
nice.
is it
I think this is the
does it
stuff
smell like
that you gave me.
the grapes?
Yeah.
Grapey kind
It's
of?
very
Oh,
fruity.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
fruity. I grew a couple of those and then some this one, I don't know where it came from, but it's like an indica. It's very like uh it's a little grassy.
Right?
It's not as I like the I like sweeter stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
it's dude, I'm telling you,
Right.
I've started doing this thing now where that when I harvest, I put it in a jar, like I jar
Mm-hmm.
it up and then forget about it for like a month or 2 months. I don't know.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
do that? Like cure it in a jar, like it's come dry, it's dried, like mostly,
Right.
it's not 100% dried,
Like this. You
but
looking at the
like
video? Look at this.
But then you just sit it in a jar, put it in your closet, and forget about it, dude.
Huh?
That is what it's just like a wine or a whiskey or something. Like I'm 100% sold on that. Now that I've done
Yeah,
it, like you crack it open like 30, 60, 90 days. Like I've got some stuff that's right now is it's like 45 days since the last time I harvested. I've
nice.
got some stuff in there, dude. Holy cow. Just the flavor profile, because that's what we all like, about, yeah, of course you like to get high, right? But you want to enjoy, like, remember back in the day, you take a bong hit and then, like, you'd have to gargle Listerine because your mouth was, like, on fire. Your throat
Yeah,
was fucking
that,
killing you.
that I
Yeah,
do. Shit.
yeah, that's called, hey, welcome to throat cancer in 20 years. Because it's like Miracle Grow, we never flushed, and go fuck
Yeah,
yourself. We're the cartel.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. It's more or less now it's so different because of all the information that's out there. It's almost, I mean, like before, remember, it was like, I know when I first started growing, and that was in the, 94 or so, that you start asking motherfuckers questions and they'd be like, so evasive. They didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
They were so
yeah,
scared. Like looking at a motherfucker like, what the fuck are you worried about? I'm trying to grow some good shit. I mean,
yeah.
when I grow some bad shit and all of a sudden you smoke it and I can tell and I'm say, hey, well, what's wrong with it? What can I do better? I don't know. I just probably do something different. Maybe. And then they walk away. You're like, motherfucker, that's like some bullshit.
And
But the
and
best,
now and now it's like, dude, I listen to two or three podcasts where that's all they talk about. It's like, here's how
uh,
you get your indoor grow going on. There's some outdoor
mm-hmm,
grow. Here's what you do with pest. You want to grow synthetic. You want to grow organic. Like they talk to all the experts. There's so much knowledge right now where you're just like, oh, okay, I can do that. Oh, that's interesting.
exactly,
You know, like I was
all
hearing,
of it.
and that a really, and I use this to grow, but I don't use it 100%, is cocoa husks. Apparently, cocoa
Yeah,
husks are like the shit. If you're doing
yeah.
like daily like nutrients and whatnot, like use cocoa husks. I use cocoa husks just to keep it aerated because I don't use perlite.
Good.
I
Yes.
use I
Yeah.
use what are those pebble things? Those like are they cocoa
Mm-hmm.
too? They're like lava rocks or something. They're like the size of a marble. I use those and I use cocoa husks to
Oh
kind of
yeah, yeah,
aerate
yeah.
it.
The little, yeah, yeah. You can use those. Yeah, that's right. That's what I used to use. Is those little brownish, oranges, whatever little ones and around. I've stripped this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think it's great that we just have more of the knowledge out there that we
Yeah,
know.
but I mean, not only that, but like think about like lights. Remember back, so you started growing in like the early 90s, 93, something. I started growing in like probably
Mhm.
96, and you had to
Yeah,
have those like those halide or those sodium lamps, remember? You would
the,
have like
the the kind of lights that were out there on the
the
street
street
lights. It was
lights.
the
Yeah,
street
the
lights.
street lights.
That's
And they
basically what
used
it
a
was.
shit ton of electricity. Everybody knew you were growing because your electricity bill doubled. You
At
had two
least.
lights, your bill doubled, and they were hot as fuck. So you better make sure that you have a well ventilated place. Why would you want a well ventilated place when you're growing skunk? Like you
Exactly.
don't know. I don't want to be blowing this everywhere. You had to.
Yes, you had to do all of that to keep it on the slide under. And I mean, it was literally straight in your closet. The lights and everything were built for those most of those dimensions and shit. And I remember, you'd set it up, take you all day. You had to go get the mylar and all this
Yeah,
horse shit.
yeah, the mylar, fuck, dude.
Oh man! And then you get in there, and then if something looked bad, you didn't realize, especially back then, you didn't realize it was a fucking plant,
Yeah.
and you could almost dissect the problem yourself. But again, it always, like I said, back then, when you try to go talk to a motherfucker, they didn't want to have shit to do with it. There were no books that you could really go look up.
Well, Jack Harrer's book. When did
Yeah,
that
I was
book?
gonna say
The Emperor
that.
Wears No Clothes. And who was the other Dennis Perone? Remember, 94.
Yep.
Jack Harrer, Strain. But what about the man? You fucking pieces of shit at Google.
Yeah, that's the first thing they should show up, huh? Is that?
And Dennis Perone. Man, you motherfucking sons of bitches.
Bastard. I always
He's
amazed. The one
he's
thing that I
he's like number five in the. I'm sorry. He is
number five.
probably the one man single-handedly next with Jack for legalizing weed. Dennis Perone.
Yeah. Ah, yes, yes.
And you know where he died? At your hospital, the
Kentucky.
VA center in San Francisco.
Oh,
But you remember you could go into the Cannabis Buyers Club. You had in the late 90s at least. I couldn't. It was really strict in like the early 90s. But
yeah.
in the late 90s you could go in there. You know,
Sorry.
you got like the pot doctor's recommendation and you can go in there in the late 90s.
Right.
But like him and Jack Harrer, where would we be right now? Who's the dude that went to jail? Who was that dude who went to jail? Uh,
Which one? Not Ed. The one with that wear the hat and had the braids. No, that's what's.
no, the guy from Harborside. You know that he's not a part of Harborside anymore?
He's not. Did they kick him
No,
out, or he just?
I don't know.
The
I'm not close enough
government,
to it anymore. But they kicked out my boy. Jesus, I did it on my other podcast. I had, and I'm sorry, his name was Stacy something, but
right?
he was the community outreach officer at Harborside, and they kicked his ass out too. So I don't know. I don't know
Damn.
what's going on at Harborside. This was like a year ago because I reached out to him and I was like, hey, I'd really like to talk to you. Keep in touch with
Right.
you. And he's such an old
Already gone.
school hippie that he doesn't have any email or anything like that. So it's all through his work. And they emailed me back. Harborside emailed it, and they're like, he doesn't work here anymore. I was like, where is he? And they never got back to me.
Never get. Yeah.
But I mean, he was the guy that I saw, you know,
Every time you.
they were having cannabis like industry meetups like down on Mission and like 13th or something. They're having a bunch of them down there, and I saw him give a talk, and like everyone else is like, "Here's how you make money," like, and his talk was like so psychedelic, like it was just like, and he was talking about just like trippy things, and I was like, "This dude is cool." And no one else is getting him because everyone else here wants to make money on cannabis. And so I walked up to him and talked to him, and I was like, "Hey man, I do a podcast. You want to do it?" And he's like, "Cool." And then
Yeah.
we did a podcast, and then that was the last time I ever saw him again. Um, but I don't know how I got on that subject. But Harborside's going through some changes. I mean, that's the thing is like you see, Harborside is as an entity one of the largest players that isn't a big business, but it is a big business, but it's not like a
Right.
bankrolled business in
No.
cannabis in California. Like they're trying to fight off these investors from Canada, from Colorado, from New York,
They are.
wherever that have the money. They've bought uh, fields of. So you remember Salinas used to be like the cut flower capital of the world.
Right. Right.
Harborside went down to Salinas and bought all those
Oh,
vacant fields. Now they grow cannabis down there. That's where their weed comes from, is from Salinas.
that's not a big carbon footprint. That's nice and small.
Yeah, well, but that's the thing about growing weed. It's like, that's the thing that I never get about people who grow synthetically, like they use salts and whatnot for fertilizer. It's like, man, you just
Mm.
use some fucking fish meal and some, just some rando organic fertilizer. I'll outgrow you because it's not
Yeah.
going to taste bad. It's going to be real authentic. It's going to be real earthy. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'll use some compost. I'll use some fish meal, some earthworms,
Yeah.
and just an organic fertilizer every time that I water them in uh, grow stage,
Mm.
and then that's
Right.
it. I starve them out uh, in bloom stage. Like I don't fertilize them, like maybe a couple of times the first couple of weeks, but then after that,
Oh,
there's nothing. It's just water.
oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
who
Oh,
knows? I'm an
I
idiot. I'm
yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot. Don't listen to my.
Yeah.
Please don't take my
Yeah.
teachings.
Well, no, you can pick from it, pick from that tree and that tree. That's what I've been doing the whole time that I've learned. Like me, like what you're talking about doing. I kind of do that even when we're doing outside. I just try to make sure that I get them to dig that hole fucking deep,
Yeah.
and then that's
Uh
when you throw the banana peels without the fucking end,
huh.
whatever, break down as fast, the coffee grounds, all that, the molasses, and
Do
that's
you
not,
do
and
you
I
use any like what is it called? Blood meal?
no,
So it's really a heavy nitrogen. What is it? Like nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. So it's really heavy
uh,
nitrogen and phosphorus. That's something that I'm trying right now. I don't know how it works. I can't report, but I was just wondering if you used any of that. Because
I'll have to look
I can
into
remember my
that.
dad using it growing just the vegetables in the garden. Like you use horse manure, a little blood meal, and
Right.
then like some, what did he use? Like calcium or lime or something like that. He put a little bit in the soil. And so I'm just wondering, like, I really think because if you grow like organic, anything, right? It doesn't have to be cannabis. It can be anything. But like
Anything.
the fertilizers are so much less potent. Like you get like a synthetic fertilizer, and it's like 20, 20, 20, and you're like, holy
Right.
shit,
Right.
man! My most potent organic fertilizer is 644. Like that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. But I just think like if I'm gonna put it in my body, and
Mhm.
you know whether it's a tomato, whatever it is, like I just want it to be like known stuff. Like I compost. I have a big compost pile out back. Uh, why wouldn't you?
Sure.
It's better for the environment. And especially if you're growing indoors. Like if you're growing cannabis indoors, you have 95% of your problem solved.
Right.
Like
You sure?
you're not getting aphids on it. You're not getting spider mites. You're not getting any kind of mildew or mold or, oh
Fucking with
shit,
it.
it's gonna rain.
Right.
you know,
It's gonna rain. I have
and
these
it's gonna
buds
be
on there
80%
all the
humidity. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to worry
man.
about
I've
that.
walked out there in the middle of a rainstorm, like in late September. You know how the buds are nice and big, and all of a sudden the rain comes, and you walk out there, and the tree is just split in half.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
all in the mud, and you're just looking like going, oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's actually pretty nice because again, like you're saying, you don't have to worry about like holding it. I'm just thinking of our September rain that we get it
Yeah.
like the last week of September. And I remember one of the first times I had done it outside, you know, trying to be I'm with the almanac and this and that and all this horse shit, but don't fucking, that shit threw me off. But anyway, when that was learning was that September rain, buds looking nice, like shit, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And then you go to bed and you don't realize they say it's going to rain overnight. And then the next morning you get up, oh man,
All the
I mean, your nuts
trichomes are
are
knocked the fuck off of it.
oh, yes,
Yeah.
everything. And you just like, you just pick
Yeah.
it up and
Oh yeah, definitely. God, I remember. Woo! But you're right. The inside, you don't have any of
Yeah,
that. I mean, I used to when I did it inside, I used to love like all of a sudden coming into the closet. You know how you leave it cracked anyway, it's hot, and then there's a cat sleeping underneath the light, all stretched out.
man. Your cat gets in my fucking closet, I'm gonna kick it till it's dead because you know that cats are attracted to cannabis plants because
Yep.
catnip catnip is of the same genus, not the same species, but the same genus as cannabis. I'll tell you, I've got cats get in my grow tent and then they top every fucking thing. You want to hear some death and destruction? Get into my tent and top my plants
Oh, kill
with your teeth. With your teeth.
yeah. I'll tell you this. And that cat I just picked up, the one that is special, that motherfucker gets into a can of beans, man. I mean, you sitting there and you open up a little packet of tea, man, how you open up one of those little things of tea, that motherfucker's, is that a can of beans? Let me get in that motherfucker. I mean, like everything. Trying to get in. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
man.
So, if I put that shit up, that motherfucker be all up in this. Oh, oh,
Oh
I'd
no,
have
I
to kill
had
it.
I had the plants. They were probably a month old not too long ago. And I had them all sitting in the bathtub just draining from being fed and water.
Right?
And then I walked away, let them drain and whatnot and doing some other things. And then I come back in and I had three cats perched on the side of the jacuzzi. So it's my jacuzzi tub. All of them were eating one of the plants.
It's you. Come on, guys. Let's just
The thing
that
is, the
dance.
thing is that because I'm like a trimmer, like I'll trim the fan leaves
Right,
like all the way out. Like I trim,
right, right,
especially the
right.
lower part of the plant, like I trim the shit out of fan leaves in the lower part of the plant. And so I have,
Well,
you know, a lot of leaves at the end of every time I water them, so twice a week. And so I'll give those leaves to the cats, right? But
right.
like these motherfuckers got to get greedy and come at my plants. Like I'm about ready to give you some.
You're like, come on, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
yeah. No, it's and that's when you realize like, oh shit, cats are stupid.
Exactly. You're like, shit, my dog is smarter.
So what are you doing? Are you like peeing? Are you getting a snack? What are you doing? Like this is second time in this podcast that
Oh,
you,
the second.
yeah, didn't you get up earlier? Seems like that was this
Yeah,
podcast.
I did. I did. Yeah, I did.
Did.
Oh yeah. I had to wee wee. I had to break camp real fast. You know how
Well,
that
what
happens.
did you do the last time?
Oh, the last time I just went to beer.
Man, you want to get me a beer because I'm out. Which probably means that we should end this, Lou.
Oh,
Anyway,
oh, I heard. Yeah.
this has been episode 114. Holy shit!
114. Yeah, I know. Going for a little bit, haven't we? Shit. Can't wait till we keep going till we get to 200. That's an obtainable goal as long as I don't die, right?
Or me.
Yeah, or you. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
I could die in a mysterious gardening accident. I'll be like Spinal Tap's drummer.
That was, you're right.
The
Mysterious.
the the police just said it's better less left unsolved. He died with vomit in his mouth, but we don't know if his own because you can't dust for vomit.
And his family wholeheartedly concurred.
Yeah.
Just leave it be. Dead.
Well, hopefully, Lou, I would really love to do one of these podcasts in person. So I hope to see you soon. You
Oh,
know, I'm not
I,
going back to California because if I go back to California, they're going to shoot me in the face with all the shit that I've
oh,
talked. I am not welcome back in California for at least 10 years. I'm fine with
At
that.
least 10? Okay. I can work
Well,
it. I can talk to him.
I'm a
I
gun
think,
owner and a ammunition
oh,
hoarder now.
well, ain't nothing wrong with that. We have those here too in California. There's not as many of them, but God bless. You know,
Uh,
Mm.
you gotta swipe your license for every time you buy a fucking round,
Uh,
right? In California.
yeah, yes, you gotta do it all. I mean, right now I even have, I have a gun safe and all, and you gotta have your shit like even still under lock.
Well,
You
when Biden comes to take all your guns, oh, dude, I got my
know? Oh yeah.
eye on a Glock. I'm telling you,
Oh, oh,
I have
I
my
got me a
eye on a
nice.
Glock. I'll just say that.
Uh, I got you. I got you. I heard that. Those are nice.
But
I'm trying
they
to look
have,
at.
so Sig Sauer is no longer being made in Germany. So they're selling the
What?
last of, yeah, haven't, did you see that?
Oh no, no,
No,
no.
it's this month. This is the last
Oh,
round of German built Sig Sauers. So you can
dude.
buy one from like Cabela's or what's the other one? Sportsman's Warehouse in Reno.
Right.
But I was looking at one of those. Sig Sauers are cool, but like I'm not a competition shooter, so I just want something that goes bang. Like fuck all the bullshit. I just want
Yeah,
something that just go boom. I don't need a
yeah.
Sig Sauer. But if you need a Sig
You
Sauer,
go, damn.
The German built ones are rapidly running out. I don't know where they're
Oh,
making them now. Probably like Sierra Leone or uh,
so,
Yemen.
oh, that's what the real fight is. Which territory is going to get that?
But Sig
There.
Sauers are to me too expensive for what they are.
Yeah.
It's a pistol.
Personally, I think.
It's a pistol.
I think a lot of them do it. Like, when I was looking,
Oh
I was
yeah,
like, oh,
that's
how much?
why I'm a shotgun aficionado. I'll buy one for two
Yeah,
hundred bucks.
there you go. Hey,
You know,
shotgun, you don't need. Really, it don't. Because you got the shells that'll go through a fucking wall. That's what a shotgun's there for. To rip everything in half.
well,
That's
that's the thing about a shotgun. I'll go out and shoot a squirrel, and then I can turn around and shoot a deer
There it is. There it is.
or a bear.
Exactly. Hey. Yeah,
It's the same gun, right?
it
Same gun.
is. It is.
One thing
That's
that I've
universal.
noticed, one thing that I've noticed, Lou, is that when I was growing up, uh,
Right?
my first gun was a 20 gauge, and then I got a 16 gauge. I got
Yeah.
side by side 16 gauge. But what I've noticed now is that 16 gauges. I went to our local gun store, the place where I
Right.
have my eye on something else, but there are no 16 gauge shotguns and there's no 16 gauge ammo. And I was like,
Yeah, I don't.
what if I want a 16 gauge? And they're like, 16 gauge? Did you just come from 1994?
Yeah, I was just gonna say they're probably looking at you. What? Yeah, they
It's
don't. Yeah.
it's
I don't.
20 or 12. Hey, I
Yeah.
love a 12 gauge shotgun. There's nothing better. But if I want to go out, sit by a duck pond, I want a 16 gauge. I just want,
Yeah.
you know, I want my kids to learn how to shoot. They're not going to shoot on a 12 gauge. What does a 20 gauge do? Like fart at something?
It makes the duck laugh, guys.
Anyway, everybody, thank you all for
Oh, yeah.
listening. We appreciate it. Uh, obviously, we're long in the tooth. It's an hour and 44 minutes.
Oh,
The thing is that I love talking with my brother, Old Lew, and
yeah.
I bring you
You,
all
sir.
along because this is how our conversation goes in real life. Is it I talk at him and he goes, uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh, 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 but uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Anyway, Olu,
Spoken
raise a
like.
glass to you. Raise a glass to
Oh,
our
sir, I'll
listeners.
raise my glass to you. Oh shit, here we go. I'll raise my fucking drink, y'all, you, and everybody. God damn it, love y'all.
Is
Thank you
that
for
like,
listening.
thank you.
This one's a Guinness. So
Yes. So not a real beer. You know what they say, right?
Oh, you know what they say? They say suck a dick, kiss an ass, motherfucker. To the side of Poke Mahone.
Oh, Connor got knocked out. Did you see that?